Hey everybody, I'm Max Block, and I'm going to be discussing the 3 keys to Celtics victory. The first one I have is the Perkins factor. Now, when people think about the Celtics starting lineup, you obviously have Rajon Rondo, then the big 3 in Pierce, Allen, and Garnett. But what people don't notice is that Perkins really provides some things for the Celtics that they really need. On the boards, he's a beast. He might not get the rebound, but if he gets up there and can tap it to another person, it doesn't go in the stat book, but in the end, that was all Perkins right there. Another thing, he boxes out. He can take Andrew Bynum out of the key on his box out. He can take Paul Gasol out of the key on his box out. And unlike Garnett, who's not as big a body, Perkins really provides that sort of beast factor down low where nobody can really push him out. Then the third thing about Perkins is his help defense. If Pierce gets beat, if Allen gets beat, when Kobe's running to the key, Perkins is the last line of defense. And if he can get in his way and slow Kobe down at all, if he can get the block, if he can even just push him out and make him shoot the fadeaway, it really affects the shot, and it really helps the Celtics defense as a whole. The second key is to shoot the three-pointer. Might not be falling so far. I know Allen, he was on in Game 2, hasn't really been since, but the best way to get out of a slump is to keep shooting. They have Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce, three-point champion 2010. Paul Pierce, he can hit the three. You got to let him shoot it. You got to get him the ball. Rondo drives, penetrates, and dishes it out to Pierce. Also, you got Allen, one of the best shooters in the history of the game. Nate Robinson off the bench, who can create space for himself and get the open three. Then you have one of the best big man shooters in the NBA, Rasheed Wallace, who can also shoot the three. So there's really no time with 2 starters and 2 bench players who can shoot. There's really no time that the Celtics are at a lack of three-point shooters. So I should see them putting up 15, maybe even 20 attempts a game. And then third, and the most important key in my opinion, is the bench. And if you watched Game 4, you know that the bench can make or break a game. You have Nate Robinson, who usually comes in and plays the point guard role when Rondo needs his break, and he creates space. He can get the ball, dribble past someone, and get the ball into the beast down low. Big Baby, he's the inside spark on this bench. Rasheed Wallace, he's a big man, but he's more of a perimeter player. Sheldon Williams hasn't really been playing. Big Baby he's the bench player who can come in and provide that inside spark. If you watched Game 4, he had 18 points in only 22 minutes, and he basically, I can say this pretty confidently, he won that game. His spark in the beginning of that fourth quarter gave the Celtics the lead, which they could hold on to at the end when the starters came back in, and he really just provided that bench note that every team needs to win. Then you have Rasheed Wallace and Tony Allen. Tony Allen, his defense, you might not notice it, his defense is superb. He controlled Kobe in that fourth quarter. Kobe could not score for the first couple minutes. He had the threes at the end once they took Tony out. But Tony Allen is a spectacular defensive player. There's no reason for him to take a single shot a game, and he's got to understand that he still takes a couple shots he shouldn't be taking. But his defense is indispensable. The Celtics need that, and they're going to need that tonight and in the future to keep winning these games. And then Rasheed Wallace, some people hate this guy, some people love him. He gets technicals. He's kind of out of control. He shoots some shots he shouldn't, but when he shoots the open three, it's going to go in. He's one of the best spot-up shooters in the NBA. But I don't know. He takes some bad shots. I mean, we got to be serious. He takes bad shots. And when he's controlled, he is one of the best players on the Celtics roster. When he's out there trying to be the hero and do it all by himself, it's not really something the Celtics need. And so, if you watched after the game during the post-game conference, you had Nate Robinson and Big Baby, Glenn Davis, who came out together. And if you didn't see this, you're lucky we're going to show you now, because it was truly entertaining.
Great moment after that three-point play, fourth quarter. I think you've already heard about this a little bit from your teammates, Glenn, when you were yelling and just very happy and maybe just a little bit of drool.
Slobber, yeah, I try to wipe it.
Hey, let me tell you something. let me tell you something right quick. When you're in the moment, you're in the moment now.
Yeah.
So if I slobber, snot, spit, please excuse me. Kids don't do that, have manners and things like that, so sorry about that. Did I catch you with something?
No.
Okay.
And Nate, you jumping on his back at that moment as well. Just that moment for you guys to be able to share it. What
You
was
on
it
my
like?
back?
She didn't even notice.
Damn,
Yeah,
I
man.
feel that.
We're like Shrek and Donkey. Like best friends.
See, you got Nate Robinson, Big Baby, 2 players off the bench, and they need this confidence. They need to have that chemistry where they can come in and provide the minutes that the Celtics need off the bench. You can't know the difference between the starters and the backups. When the backups come in, they need to have those valuable minutes. So looking at the bench, A bench player for the Lakers, assuming that Andrew Bynum, who's expected to start, starts, you have Lamar Odom coming off the bench. Now, Lamar Odom is a great player. He's been a starter for the Lakers. He's won championships, and he's probably the best bench player in the series. But when you put Lamar Odom, Jordan Farmar, Shannon Brown, and Sasha Vujacic together, they do not equal the Celtics bench and Robinson, Baby, Allen, and Wallace. The one thing about the Celtics bench, though, you put those players in, you have Robinson, he can score points, Wallace can score, Baby certainly can score, but you need to have that electric point scorer, such as Pierce or Ray Allen in there. And so you get those four, then you throw what they did in Game 4, you throw Allen in there, you have so many weapons on the floor that the Lakers really have no way to defend it. And so I think that if the Celtics can bring that tonight in Game 5, they're going to have no problem winning this game. So that's going to do it for Celtics Talk. I'm Max Block. Thanks for watching.
And now we are joined here at Agganis Arena with former #1 world-ranked tennis player Jim Courier. Jim, thanks for coming down here.
Something like this is great if you can get in young and you know this is what you want to do, or even if you're just kind of thinking about this being what you want to do, then get in here and do it.
And welcome to another episode of Back Talk Entertainment. I'm your host Shar, here with my best friend Dylan.
And the skills that YBA teaches are transferable. They can be used whether the kids go on to careers in television or play-by-play or entertainment, any aspect of media that they go into.